Social media for free or even inexpensively. Don't be fooled. Those social media folk have nothing to lose, but you risk everything, namely your brand. Here we're going to show you some smaller industry examples that have years of consistency. This is My Online Toolbox providing you weekly quick tips and reminders in all facets of marketing, and we're currently focusing on Facebook. In the most recent post, what we were showing were clients that had numerous months between social posts. Sometimes it was a month, other times it was many months. But what we were showing is the continuity of the quality as well as the consistency of maintaining their community of liking, loving, sharing, whatever it is our clients were posting, but they're focused in on the quality related to their brand and not the quantity that is imposed by many self-serving social media folk that have an objective to post as much as possible, be paid, of course, for that objective, but they don't maintain the quality of the brand or the uniqueness of your brand. So what we're doing is showing smaller clients now, not larger, but smaller. Here's an example of one we just saw last week, a company called Gear Incorporated. They had a fantastic post. Again, we never talk about the strategies in these quick updates only because we want to stay focused in on the results. So what we're doing here is showing you that he made a nice post talking about a specific new bathroom remodel he did, which happens to be pretty cool. And when you look at the bottom, you'll see just a few likes and loves and some comments and shares. Then we get to go a little bit deeper and realize that as small as those results are, his business is doing just fine. Matter of fact, when you go to his website, at least today, you would see that he's currently looking for a lead carpenter. And when you read the story, they're busy, they're backlogged, they got tons of work to do, and they're looking to grow with hiring more people. So obviously, simply by looking at the few results with his smaller client base or following within Facebook, should I say, is still not representative of how good he's doing in general. So let's now go to another client. And this particular client, his last post is in May. Social media folk would probably be having a heart attack because how could you possibly wait for, let June and July go by without any posts. But without reading this particular topic, you'll realize that he's been setting people up for a very big story. And he has his reasonings, we have our reasonings, I should say, on why we're not posting on a daily, weekly basis, just based on what the magnitude of the project may be. But most importantly, if you go to his website, he's booking for right now Q4, and quite honestly, it's probably even deeper than that right now. We're just trying to not shy away every possible lead, but he's worrying about November and December and January, so he's not really focused in on updating everybody on a daily or weekly basis about what his dream project is. And what we want to always remind people is that even when you're swamped, you still need to plan. And during that time of planning, we obviously want to knock away that you're not focusing on a little work today. And we also don't want to think about controlling prospects while you're too busy. But we want you to remember to ensure that future opportunities are not lost. And when you say future opportunities, sometimes the future, especially for desperate companies, means next Friday. But for many of the companies that have built a reputation and built a brand over a period of time, that future could actually mean 3 months out, 6 months out, and even longer. So that always goes back to your branding, and you don't want to gamble it at all. The companies that we just showed, both of them have been working with My Online Toolbox now for 5 years, and that's the point. 5 years, not 3 months, not 60 days, not a 30-day free trial, whatever it may be, but 5 years of maintaining their branding, their quality, and the continuity of how they did it. So even though they're smaller, they're still busy, they're still great companies, and they're still doing well. And if you want to gamble this, just go to Vegas. Take your money, throw it onto the table, whether it's $100, $500, even $1,000, and then you could brag to everybody about how fast you blew something, but you don't want to gamble your brand. Keep that in the back of your mind regardless of what you do, especially when it comes to social media, because someone who's interested in your services in about a month, a quarter or even a year from now may land on your Facebook page, and then they're going to quickly scroll to see what you're up to. They're not going to be just looking at what the last post was and the one before, because the dates are so small to begin with, but the information and the images and the stories are rather large. So protect that, and remember that whether social media is being provided to you by someone else for free or even inexpensively, the numbers are irrelevant because there's nothing to lose at a financial perspective, but there is a very conceptual topic, which is the risk by you and only you on your brand. So this is my online toolbox reminding you that to please like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, and to never forget to start planning yesterday for next year's marketing and profits. Keep the quality of your social media posts up on a continuous basis. Stay healthy, and we will see you next week.